into the playoffs, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We just started this round.
No waiting, no seeing. We're just going. DXG now have to make this retake happen. Well, starts off strong with Yes I Can finding these frags. Dubstep, however, does trade out 1 for 1, and this means that it's 3 versus 4. Oh, make that 3 versus 3. A good shot from Jesse Vash means that Bren are off to the races right now. That is another dead trying to spam on through Borkham. Doesn't find any more. It's 2 versus 2. Not a lot of health left on some of these players.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is going to be a bit of a problem here. It goes on down. No, it doesn't get shot out. They don't stop it at all in the diffuser. He just gets away with it. Brilliant.
Very nice to see, especially with the fact that defense can be a little bit difficult. But we're also going to see some force buys coming in. Stingers and armor all across the board for Bren, which means that no buys if they lose into this next round. So they got to make this count as per usual in SEA.
Yeah, they really do. It's going to be the contest again. They're pushing on through. Flash comes in. Ching is the first to fall. That's not good. Jesse Vash, however, continues to find those frags back. Rambutan holding the angle with a slightly better weaponry, is able to contest at those longer rounds. But Dubstep, as always, is ready to trade. And we start that push on in again. He's looking towards this garage and gets caught off guard. Spike in hands of Dubstep. Likely going to be a plant. I'd be surprised if they plant here and not towards long, but I guess it makes sense to play those closer angles with the Stinger here. Oh, Yara does find some damage. Smoke goes on in. They're looking to play up and aggressive. They need to. Brent are aware that their lacking weaponry needs to be playing those closer angles.
They better make this count. Player advantage is still technically in favor for them. Bren, oh, Bren catch fogs off though. And now it's all down to Yes I Can, and they have 25 health, and I don't think they can dodge another molly and some gunfire. They can only dodge a molly, which is impressive on itself, but unfortunately, they tie it up, and that means Bren is potentially able to buy into this next round, unless they bonus here. But Yes I Can able to get away with at least a Vandal, so they'll have something for their troubles, but this was quite the match. Oh, will they?
Well, they picked up that first round off of the back of some good defusers, but aren't able to find all too much, even though they had that weaponry advantage. So, well, they're going to have to play a little bit more passively now. I think having the shorty, definitely a good idea for Yes I Can here. Might even be able to capture... Oh, that hot hands forces him out. It's an easy shot coming through from Yes I Can as they continue to try and put that pressure on. With only one knife in, well, Borkham is going to help them out regardless. The push is going to come through. There's going to be someone there. Well, they're going to look to make that push. Waiting in the smoke. That push is coming on through. Gets the shot, and Rambutan doesn't even take a hit for it. They do not expect him to be there. Flash comes on in. That paranoia denies him an opportunity to make that move. Interesting to see how far back Borkham is. They're not committing to this at all because they have that B site control. They can just play towards wherever they want. Spike's going over to C, and this is one round already from Bren right now. It's going to be a spray down and a half, honestly. So another flash comes through, and they're looking to finish off this final play. Dispenser finds that frag, and well, now...
So many entries to using flash. There's connectors, there's garage, there's long. It's just so useful, and then they can get an entry flag. It's a duelist dream, this map, because there's so many peaks that you can take as the aggressor that can work out very much in your favor, because there's also corners that you can take cover too. So if things sort of fall or hit the fan, you can easily just sort of disengage and get out of there. But I mean, if you're Dubstep, you don't really care about that. You're just going to shoot as much as you can. But unfortunately, that flash not going to allow you to exit in style. And Yes I Can will secure that and the player advantage.
It is Yes I Can to creep on forward. Dispenser. This happens as well. Yes I Can does not find the frag, even with superior weaponry here. That could have been their big opportunity. They are still ahead, though. It's not the end of the world, but pushing through like this, you don't want to be caught out like that. That's Dispenser finding another frag. The Spectre in their hands looks oh so clean. The execute coming through. Rambutan doesn't find that either. Bren just worked their way onto this site, and every time they seem to get contested, DXG just struggle to stop them at all.
They're a tough cookie, Bren. Their attack is super strong, and they get information. But that said, though, managed to get Jesse, but the nice crossfire setup will allow that to secure that and now uses. It's all down to them. They're They're gonna try to bait out the defuse. They're gonna at least get one. Will they get the second? They will! A nice head tap! And they will secure the 1v2 clutch. Very clean. And they will keep the score even. It's a close game. They're working together very well as a team. And looks like Jinx just sort of focusing on smokes right now, which I totally respect. Speaking of which, smoke will come out from long. Just try to see if they can get some tags or something through the firefight and get that skill orb. But after that, Ching will be done and they will be out of there. And back over to playing for picks and getting some information because Bren has been doing that so well.
I really have been. I think the information has been a key part. Only one player on this A site, but so many looking to push up in through the middle. If they get the drop on them, DXG could find all the opportunities they need in the world. Bren right now, they're checking for it. They're expecting it. Oh, even the utility gives them away. The execute coming through now more quickly onto that A site. There is still someone there. They're going to need to deal with them. They are going to get smoked off in the end. Ching going to be setting up for it. Moves into position and now covering behind. Yes, I can. Trying to give some information away with this recon arrow when they let it loose. The rest of the team is to push in from behind and start to coalesce towards that site. Rembrandts trying to force someone off, but doesn't manage to pick them up. It's Ching who finds that first blood. Yes, I can. Trying to pick off some of these players, but it's different. He finds the all-important frag here. Continuing to get these kills. No, they show up! And it's just one left. DXG are making it happen. Yes, I can, leading the charge. We know exactly where this player is. Dubstep is below. I don't know if they're expecting it here. They do get the concussed onto this player. The shots are still there.
Oh!
Even barely don't manage to find it. Dubstep unable to get it, and that is just sad.
Unfortunate, but what can you do? You can't get an ace every time you're stunned. That wouldn't be...
We've been seeing some very solid stuff from a lot of these different players, and it's been really exciting to see. It's been interesting to see that Bren still not able to pick up these rounds in spite of some impressive performances. DXG keep on pipping them at the post here.
They secure the lead, but certainly definitely feels very close. Very back and forth as opposed to it was in Ascent. I mean, both were very back and forth, but one was very much a tug of war, which is this map, and then the other one was pretty much one-sided in one way and then one-sided the other way. Speaking of which, different. Taking over Coon. Can't find anything. It's pretty big. Now Borkum has sort of the run of Garage. Unless they get greeted by a friendo. And they will. Knives are out, I believe, for Fog. As they rock the Judge in Garage. And they are expecting this push coming in. And oh my goodness. Fuses all by themselves and Molly will take him down. They can only do so much. Jesse will come in to the ranks. And there we go. Locking it down before they can even get the plant down. Excellently done. Great trades all around from Bren.
Again, 3-3 as neither team seems to be going anywhere.
I do like a little bit of back and forth. It's nice to see that the teams can be very aggressive against each other and also catch them off guard. Speaking of which, half of the damage is on you, so they will have to play a little more informatively. Meanwhile, it's like waiting with the shorty, seeing if they can get something. They might be able to get Dubstep off guard. Dubstep's not checking, and they will be able to take a rifle off. That's a Phantom for free for Yes I Can, and potentially some serious collateral damage if they know how to play their cards right. But they have no armor, so they're going to be a little bit squishy, and they're going to take it to heaven.
Yeah, and they're not quite going to get detained, so good stuff from them. They don't get caught out in that ultimate, but a lot of site control given away. Yes, I can. Forced off. Might look for some spray in response, but that spike's going to go down. Not much you can really do to try and deny it right now. A lot of utility coming in from behind Fog. That's the second shorty kill this round. Dispenser, well, gets rid of two, but there it comes. The plant's going through. Different, trying to peek one out, trying to find that frag. Borkum has a little bit of a better weapon here. However, I think if you are DXG right now, you are more than happy this round. You win this, you are over the moon. But right now, picking up so many frags off of those shorties, you have to be like in such a good spot.
Full armor, full weapons, but if DXG ties this up, they could potentially take the lead back because of this.
a big opportunity for them. Bren, they want to come out of this attacking half with an advantage. They want to move on. This is their map, but I think starting on attacking side is actually very good for them. This is where they want to be. Surprised that they were let to have it earlier on. There's still an ultimate up which actually dash, and they're going to pop it. They're looking for the shot. They take him down. Yes, I can off the board. That is an impactful frag there, and they just push on in. Dubstep goes down to be sure, but that run it back buys so much information, so many frags. Ching just takes down Different, who is still waiting in the wings, but that is just 2 players left. And it's 4 versus 2, despite going down. That retake is going to be oh so difficult, especially with just 1. Turns away! Ching wasn't expecting it. Fog gets 3, but that is a buy round. That
outstanding, but now they basically can start snowballing this lead.
They can, and they want to keep that up as much as they can. They invested a lot of ultimates into the last round to make sure that they won it out, and I like that Bren are using these on these all-important rounds. This time still posing towards the A side. Maybe they find those frags and go for it. You can see Fog is waiting there. Oh, doesn't find a thing. Dispenser shuts him down, and that is the all-important Jet with that ultimate off the board. They were looking to try and get some frags off of that, but they find not.
Deleted.
Dispenser finds 2 for their trouble. And they're going to still keep challenging the window. Unfortunately, finally gets taken down thanks to Rambutan, but it's still working out. Excuse me, what is going on over here? Yes, I can.
Last player
They
standing.
actually have Spike, technically.
Oh, swaps off of it. Tries to get that right click. Dubstep takes him down. And who cares about who has...
Feel entirely hurt, so... Fair enough on them, but yeah, this, you know, 100 Fury was an ambitious project, but we'll see how it works out for them. Nice stuns coming off the bat.
Careful now.
See if it works out. Molly does manage to catch him in the back, but there is a good crossfire set up here, and they might disengage here on the side of Bren. They don't really have much information to push up on.
You should run.
They do have knowledge of that now. The lockdown will come in. Rolling Thunder 2. See, Bren is not able to act on this much. Lockdown was destroyed as well, so they might want to just rotate this site entirely. But Borkum does get an opening frag, and that might encourage them to still keep going. But I would take that as a sign to just go ahead and rotate, because then the retake will be difficult. But they're still going. They're making me eat my words here, Rook.
They really are. Good smoke towards A, but they're backing off. They finally stop and don't continue to contest into the open range operator. And, well, now they've actually rotate. Hearing that one out, that would be big, but Hoyes manages to go down here. Out in the open, that is Different, falling as well. And I thought that was going to be the frag into Dubstep, but unfortunately it wasn't quite there. Only this operator player left in Fog. 25 seconds on the clock, and it just ain't happening here. They can look as much as they want, but it's going to be so difficult. Might push out here. This could be a frag for them, but with 5 players on the board, as much as it may be a frag, it's only 1.
Oh. Steps away. Their positioning. Well, if they felt confident trading up, and even though the ults didn't get to do what they were supposed to do, they managed to work out in the long run. There was so much that DXG was trying to focus on, they didn't really know where to put their focus in. Does manage to get 1, but that's the gone.
Not also likely to happen to get double digits, at least in this first half. Not quite possible yet. I mean, we have seen some solid stuff from DXG to be able to find some of those rounds. And, well, some good clutches in the end from them. But, as you said, it's going to be difficult for them to hold out in the same way. Maybe these shorties will find these frags that we saw from them before and be able to capitalize something. But DXG are going to need something like that. They're going to be able to pick up these ones.
If it worked once, it could work again, potentially, but they will be able to trade it out, though. Again, the good buddy system coming in from Bren. They have been probably the best team in this group with trades. It's just been so strong, and they have been really making sure that Jesse is this MVP, where they've been protecting them, making sure that they can get the information if they want to push on sites. And it's fresh information, too. They're a very aggressive team, so they're going to get the value of the info dart. They're going to get the value of the drone. This Sova, like you said, works so amazingly on Heaven, especially for these aggressive teams, and a beautiful coordinated molly and shot down from Borkum.
Yeah, good shots coming through. Borkum has already found their footing, I feel, in this map and the last. Sometimes we've not seen the best frags from them, but they've certainly been feeling it today. Keeps on pushing through 4 versus 1. Fog yet again, that last remaining player, but this time not with the operator, with the shorty. Unlikely to try and save it, so looking for one of these frags, something they can find anywhere, but doubt they're going to be able to get that opportunity. I think for the most part, Bren is just going to shut them down as they try to push on over, expecting that play to come on through. Fog starting to move on up. Oh, there's the drone. He's trying to rush on through, tries to get it, does find the frag, but it's only one.
Fantastic, and something that we can learn from them. What does DXG need to take going into the next half if they want to try to make anything from this?
Joke's over! You're dead!
Absolutely. Ultimate starting to come out. There it comes. The run back and Hunter's Fury. Yes, I can. Giving it away. The frag is the first one to come out from Fog. Borkum just pushes on in. Dubstep falls, however, is Yes I Can. Now off of that bow and arrow. Finds a shot with the gun and lead. Easy frag for them. 3 versus 4. Hits again. But 3 players still alive for Bren. That's more than enough to make a play, and you can see them already looking towards that B site.
Locking it down, but unfortunately, no smokes and no lockdown either, so this will be a little difficult to secure the site. B site is not really well prepared for them, but it's what was nearby and what they can do, and they're hoping that they can just frag out. They technically have a little bit of advantage health-wise. Flash comes out, didn't work the way they wanted, but we're able to get a couple of things, and
last player standing.
Looks like it's able to work. There's now just a duel. Maybe the molly will work this time. They do shoot down, and with the health advantage, Dispenser will be able to dispose of them and secure a... Interesting also to see Borkum on top. Usually we see Dubstep as the one that's taking a lot of the initiatives, but at the moment, there's been a lot of vibing going around. A really good distribution, and you know that trades are happening because of just the way that the frags are distributed. It's a lot of like team coordination versus individual talent going on right now, and individual talent is just not what they need right now on the side of DXG. But that being said, Fog pushes in. They know exactly where they are, but they managed to get the trade, so works out. Both Sova's gone, so information is not really all that available at the moment. However,
one enemy
everybody's outflanking somebody at this moment, and right now DXG's last one remaining. I think Dubstep's going to be able to catch them. Oh, but they do hear the footsteps. They are just going to start rushing this over. Or do they make them think they're running to a new site? Oh boy, okay. A is now free, and both... Well, it depends on where they turn. Oh, Dubstep
looks towards, doesn't catch them, and just heads on past. Different really has managed to fool them right now. Look for that chance to plant this spike. As soon as that goes down, though, that's going to give away the position.
Left.
And Dubstep hadn't gone all too far. He's going to start moving straight back towards their site. I don't think Different is expecting this player to be right here. Certainly isn't. He's going to be right behind him, and this is going to be an easy frag for Dubstep. That is going to be the round, and well...
Ghost. But we're getting there. Baby steps, for sure. It looks like almost a proper save.
It does. I think they'll be able to buy next round regardless, so I think that counts as a save, you know? We can let them have that one. Dubstep trying to contest, trying to spray through and find some players. Already found one frag, but forced off a good smoke will likely keep them alive. Dispenser and Borkum being the actual ones who keep them safe, but good sprays from them. Borkum is already up behind, and just one player left and flanked at many sides. Hoy's pushing in towards mid, maybe looking back towards spawn. There isn't going to be a player there, but Borkum finds that headshot, and 11
tend to not work out. So these Spectres, you're going to need to find value, they're going to need to find trades. You're going to need to play corners a lot more closely. We're already going to see a rush through C. Dubstep's going to be having to hold back down here. They know where they are. Over the crossfire, ready to shoot them. 2 already now, and they pull out the knives. Not necessary, but honestly, at this point, match point's gonna go down there, and they have pretty much all their guns. This is looking like
half were, well, in some cases, just lucky at best. For, Yes I Can stealing away that very first pistol round. If they hadn't managed that, we could very well be looking at a straight 13-0, honestly, with the way that they've been playing so far. This has been so good for Bren. That being said, they lose the first player. It's not the end of the world for them. They have a lot of time to work with.
And ults too. I mean, potentially Borkum could just drop their ultimate and get some value here. We are going to see a full-on push to A. I don't think they're fully aware of that yet. So this rotation and retake with the player deficit that they have could be massive.
It will be. Minute on the clock. They're looking for this A execute. A lot of utility piled up here. You can see it all towards that right entrance. Turret gives away position. Oh, the concussion doesn't land. Spencer is going to find this one. Oh, so free. There's so many players moving on in from the main area. Unfortunately, the Paranoid doesn't find enough close up. And Borkham, well, he just does not care at all. Fog finds the frag. Dashed on in. Has this ultimate ready. If he finds all the frags, this could be massive, but misses the shot. Not a lot of health left, but that is a run it back. Fog is now versus 2 and in that site, and it's just all over. Bren closed that out 13-3 in a solid performance from them. It will easily shut that one.